Hello everybody, today we are going to talk about constant instances of classes and about the constant method. We will see what will happen when we precede that things with the word constant. Let's imagine a situation like that. We want to create a class that will represent a position of an object, whatever object. It can be a dog, it can be home, house, right? It can be anything. So we'll create a class and we call it position. And well, I can't click the space here because our IDE will use the hint here. Okay, so class position, remember about the semicolon here. And now we need to store position somewhere. So let's store it in two private variables x and y. Then we'll create in the public section by using the public modifier two constructor and destructor. So constructor position, and this constructor will take two parameters. So int because we need to construct the position here, right? And of course we'll create the destructor. And now let's create a definition for the things here. So position, and we are taking the position int x and int y, and now we'll use the this address, right, that will help us get to the x that we are working on right now, and we will assign here x. So now we don't need to think about new name for x and y, right? I don't need to here type something like a and v. I can use the same names for variables because we can use this thing. And of course we'll create the definition of destructor. And now let's create an object. So position, and we call it dog, and we will assign here position at the beginning, for example 10 and 15. Now it would be nice if we had a function that we could let us get the x and y. So let's return the void, so nothing, and now get position, we call that thing like that. And here we will not take any parameters, and let's define that guy here, void position get position, and let's just send to the output the information about it. So include the IO stream. We need to use also the namespace std, and now here we'll send to the output cout the x and y position. We could of course do it a bit different way, but right now I just want to make it as easy as possible. And now we'll just get dog get position, and let's build and run that program. As you can see, the position is 10 and 50. So now let's maybe create a function that will change the position. So set position, and it will take two arguments, void position set position, and now I will assign to x and to y that is coming from here. And now dog is an animal, right? So he can move easily. So I can move him, for example, to the place like that, and then the get position, and everything should work fine for a dog, right? And everything works fine. But what about a situation like that? I'm creating a position for the house, and at the beginning we are creating the foundations of our house, for example 100, 200, and this is the position for our house. And of course we could create the width and other things like that, but the most important thing about the house is that, well, how to move a house, right? When we create the foundations, we would have to destroy the house to move it, right? So house is not movable now, but I want to keep that guy movable within the same class, right? How to do that? Because now when we do something like that, so let's change that thing to the house. So I'm moving it, for example, to the place like that. It can happen, but it's not right. We should be able to say, hey, I am going to make you constant here. So I'm now making the constant variable of our type. But there is a problem. When we do something like that, everything within the class is being made instantly constant. It means that we can't use any function also. So now we can't even the get position block. Get position is not working also. If we want to let a function to be used when there is constant before the type of our class, we should add here something like constant, the word after the declaration, okay, and also of course here, and then the get position will work. So it's okay because we should be able to get position, right? It's good, but we shouldn't be able to set position because set position is wrong. So set position is not working. And as you can see, when doc is working fine with get position and set position, but the house is working only well with get position. So everything is working fine, like we wanted to. Okay? So the user of our, well, the programmer of our, the programmer that will use the class, our class, will be able to decide on his own. Hey, I will just create this guy as constant, and now I know that I can get position because here is a word constant, but I won't be able to set position. So everything works fine like I want. Okay, that's all in that lesson. Thank you very much.